Yo, one and all, Nicholas, Adam's here. We both got absolute freezing cold hands, as you can see outside, because we had to defrost the van earlier with our hands, didn't we? Oh, the range in our vans is terrible. Anyway, what we're doing, it's a little job. It's a bit different in the sense of regulations, it's in the grey area, because we have to run a cable from here all the way across to this little summer house, literally for one metal clad double socket. It's going to be coming off a fuse switch spur in the office, but regulation states, I wish I'd brought my book with me now, that any armour cable, if it's not laying the floor, it needs to be a permanent fixed structure. Which this fence, the upright panels are, they're concreted in, aren't they?
Yeah,
but the
you
fence,
can't drill them.
You can't really drill them, because once you drill through, if you go too far the other side, it'll splinter through. You could hit a metal rebar in it, which then you drill but it wouldn't go through, or they crack. Been there, done it, trust me. You can go on the upright, but you don't want to be putting an armour cable and sling it across to each upright, because you'll get the droop. Might look nice in the winter when it's freezing cold like this, but when it gets summer, it will warm up, it will droop, it will look awful. So we're going to be screwing it into the fence panel. It's going to be just normal plastic cleats, which in my eyes, if we space it out, make it look nice, that sort of stuff. If the fence panels ever need to be removed, and I'm not saying anytime soon, because they're all pretty much brand new ones that have all been painted grey all around the garden, they can unscrew them, lift them out, change them over. Yeah, it's not going to be the end of the world.
It's 3 screws in it. So.
Yeah, so it's not like we're physically drilling through the fence, passing the cable through it, and the fence panel won't be able to take it out. But let me know your thoughts in it. This is what we've got to do. There's nowhere to run it. We've got a concrete path, and it comes to decking, and there's a summer house. So we're just going to find the little stud work behind here. We're in two minds whether or not to get a laser out to just double check, or we're just going to go for it, use the tape measure off the bottom upwards, because the fence panels are all slightly different heights. So we want to make sure that our cable running across looks straight and not waving with the fence panel. So yeah, I think it's been sat in your car, so it should be nice and warm.
Not in the boot.
Yeah, that's true.
Freezing cold.
With all the bodies?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, that's my surname.
That's just all my fingers missing from defrosting in the car this morning. I look really fat with this. Like, is it
you never look fat, ever.
Up, so.
Oh, you got the body warmer? Oh no, it's the this one.
Yeah, it's the one with like the BCCs.
This is a 4mm 3-core armoured. The reason I've got 4-core instead of 2.5, even though it's off a 13 amp fuse switch spur in the office, it's just the distance really. There's not going to be a lot of pull, but I thought it would be a bit better to use 4mm than 2.5. There's not going to be a lot of voltage drop or cable calculations. I was just using logic really.
Experience.
Plus as well, if you ever want to extend off it, if you want to do some more garden lights, it's not going to have a lot of voltage drop. Ah!
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily my hand's cold, I can't feel it. Also, I don't really like, we've always had standing arms, haven't we?
Yeah.
But Dave at Nipex sent me this through. Christmas, it was a Christmas present, wasn't it? There's some, and these cool are wicked. Hang on.
You used them all day yesterday, didn't you? Changing links out, like things.
So that comes as a little set. And normally I look at this a bit of a gimmicky thing, but it's come in so handy recently, just keeping you, because it's light enough to keep it in your pocket. And I've always liked Stanley blades, but this is incredibly sharp. And yeah, nice little set. Especially when you
best way to demonstrate it.
cut your finger. It's this one.
That one?
Yeah. All we'll do is just sort of get it all unspoiled, do a big circuit around the garden, allow us then when we want to pull it, just a clear run. Also, I know what it's like when a lot of people say to us off because we're just domestic sparks. I did do commercial and industrial when I first started, when I was training, not an apprenticeship, but that's the job I had. And we were pulling in armoured cables thicker than Adam, up 4 stories, up dry rises onto the roof, all across ladders, cable tying them all down. It was taking like 5 guys to kick it in place, cable tie it. So, and that was like -12, which is January, like 2010, something like that. Oh, I'm feeling my age now. How old were you then? 7?
When? In 2012?
10, 2010. Yeah, you were 1 in 03.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was extremely difficult. So I do feel sorry for you guys when you've actually got massive armours to pull in and it's freezing cold and they don't bend. So yeah, it's best sort of domestic wins a little bit for ease.
Yeah.
But then you guys don't like pulling floorboards up, so.
Why?
Right, we were just talking about Corey cutting through a pipe. Go on.
No, I was gonna say, how did he do it? Because he literally put his fingers under and touched the pipes.
No, that was afterwards. It was the first board he cut.
No, before.
Well, I only watched a bit of the video. I think I only saw the trailer.
He literally lifted it up and was like trying to pull it up, like, I don't know, like trying to snap it or something. And then the pipes were there, and then I don't know, he just kind of like.
Thing is, it's easy. I've done it before where you cut through it, the pipes are there, but you know to get the right depth. But sometimes if it's a sharp blade, it goes straight through. Some of them new blades, they need to touch copper, and you through them. I've gone through loads of pipes in the past.
Yeah.
Loads. I've got a video somewhere where I drilled through. It was a wood bit, one of the Bosch speed cut bit, whatever the blue ones we use. I managed to get it so perfectly. It was in a bathroom, and it was an empty house. And I could just put my finger on it, and the moment I let it go, the pressure hit the wall behind me. If I can find the video, I will put it up next because it is funny. But yeah, it was a long day. You've never gone through a pipe yet?
No.
He's never gone through a pipe yet. He's never had electric shock.
No.
No. You never fell through a ceiling. I've never fell through a ceiling. We'd tempting fate here. There's wood there, touch that. What else have we never done? You've never done? You've never severely cut yourself with a Stanley knife. You've had nicks.
Yeah. Nothing like major.
Took your knuckles off on walls.
Yeah.
He's doing pretty well.
I saw myself a little bit. That was quite funny, wasn't it?
So, I'll tell you this story. So when we all went to Tresham College to see Gaz, Gaz, GSH Electrical, awesome guy, very knowledgeable. We were doing some demonstration stuff, using the dade, using the hole saw, that sort of bits and bobs. And Adam was like prepping all in the background. He wasn't sort of being filmed at that point, it was me, but he was sort of sorting everything out, which was cool of him. And I was watching him, and he had the hole saw in his hand, holding it, and it was already into the drill. And as he was holding it, for no reason at all, he decided to pull the trigger. Don't know why. Then I saw his face drop, and I saw him put the drill down, and he just clenched his fist. I was like, He's hurt himself there. And then at the bottom of his hand, I could see some drips of blood coming out. I was like, And he didn't want to say anything. It was his first year of doing it, and it was a classroom full of kids and everything like that. I say kids, teenagers, learners. And I just went over to him and said, mate, take yourself off to the bathroom, just sort your hand out. He was like, what? I was like, I saw what you did. So we went off to the bathroom, got some stuff, got him a plaster and whatnot, and no one really knew about it. Until now, we've just told the world, but yeah, he knows the pain of holding a hole saw and then pressing the trigger for no reason. We're men, you cannot pick a drill up without pressing the trigger. Anyway, I'll get on with the work. What we're gonna do, sockets here, we're gonna install a fuse switch spur here. It's gonna come across, cleat, angle it round, all the way down there, in the nice brisk cold, and yeah, I'll stop waffling now, get on with some work. So we set the Bosch up, the laser, and as you can see, that isn't going to work whatsoever, because for some reason, I don't know why, I thought that this would all be level. Obviously that's not level, so we're just going to go, you can see the little nails all the way across. They're pretty much uniform to a point, but we're going to get the tape measure out and just measure it across and just try and keep the same level all the way across, because that middle one dips a little bit. But only job we can do here is just try and make it as appealing as possible, which with armour cable is sometimes non-impossible.
Yeah, they step down the fence panels and then they step back up at the last two. So.
That's your cup of tea, mate.
No,
Did you make me one this morning?
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's in the kettle at home.
So while Adam's walking that, he's going to just wrap it all the way around. He's making sure he doesn't lead it over on itself so it kinks. We don't like kinks, do we, Ad? No. Excuse me. Oh, I am fresh. This is the problem I've got now. Now I'm losing weight, I'm more cold in the winter. Oh, I've lost weight at the wrong time, Adam. Nightmare. I would help, but still wanted to be a cameraman. Can't afford one, unlike everyone else. No. I'm sorry, I stood on it. So what we're going to do is cleat it over the fence first, get that in position, leave enough slack for it to feed through the wall. It's going to have a whisker box on the outside, and
Let me know when you've got enough.
no, I was going to start from your side, mate. No. I think we're doing two different things here. I just want you to do enough, and we'll start clipping it from that side.
Oh.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we can just work our way down here, because this is going to be easy measurement. The socket's going to go either here on the back wall. Oh, it's got little LEDs around it, I've just noticed that. Oh, very nice. Let's see if there's a battery operated switch. down there. Oh no, it's for the light. Where's that go? Oh no, that's not a cable. I just saw the paint line. There's a cable. Just make it look as neat as you can, mate, that's all, so we can bend. We've got first one in, we're using inch and a bit screws. I'm not going to go too technical. And Adam showed me, I didn't realise, the Snickers jackets we've got a little smuggler's pocket inside. But we've asked for a size smaller in cleats so we can get them as neat as we can and as tight as we can. Beautiful. Right, the thing is, I can't. Let me. Here you go.
Yeah, I've got it.
No, it's alright. I'm just gonna. People should be paying for this angle again, mate. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
That's sitting alright?
Yeah.
Then just go across here.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, simple as that. I'm gonna put the camera down for a minute. We'll start bringing it round, and then we'll jump back when we start doing the really straight fence panel run. That's where we're at. Down and around. We're doing 400 spacings. When it comes to every upright, Adam's just asked, we're just going to make sure we do one here and one here on the thickest part. There's a bracket all behind that's 1.5 inches, 2 inches thick, which is the fence panel. We'll get that in, link it over, and if there's ever wants to be painted white for the upright, we'll just put some masonry paint on that. But that's sort of the best thing we can do with slabs. This looks like wood, but it's not. The customer said it's all gravel board, it's textured gravel board, and this bit is all one piece because I thought that might have been a wooden beam. Customer said that's not the case, and it is true. It's rock hard, it is concrete, it's just painted. And as much, even if this was wood to run on, when you get to over there, where the decking starts, the wood is then hidden, and we can't take the decking boards out anyway because I think the screws are chewed up to hell. Would have been nice, you know, get there, we could hide it.
Yeah.
We'll have a look, but it looks like we just have to follow suit with this so it matches in. But so far so good. You
put them on that one?
The only thing we want to do is have some fun. It's Max and Paddy. What's that from? No idea.
I've heard of Max and Paddy before.
Max and Paddy Road to Nowhere. Surely FM coming in your ears.
And I've seen the Max and Paddy before. They're like the fat guy and the other guy. The guy who looks like he's on Family Fortune or whatever. Or is it him?
You mean Phoenix Nights?
Hello, Jackie.
Delicious. That's probably very difficult for you guys to see it, but Adam even said it's delicious. Just sort of iron it up 2 centimeters above the bottom of the boards, up and across. I'm gonna get drilled in here. I'll make off the armoured in there so you can sort of see it, what we're doing, into a metal clad socket. We'll probably, it doesn't really need to be fly leaded this side as you would normally would. It's a metal enclosure. Do you know what I mean? But I will do it into the whisker box going onto the house, just so it's done. But realistically, it's when people fly lead metal, they fly lead armour cables going into a metal fuse board.
Yeah.
Yes, there's paint on top of the surface, but once you have the knockout out, if you cut one, there's no paint on the inside, you've got a good grip. But we do it anyway, but you sort of look at it, you just sort of make it more work for yourself. It's so it seems, but yeah, let us know. We'll get that glanded off.
People like to do it because it's a clad socket. You know, metal fronts, when you take the socket front off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then it's also earth through the cable. So your cable goes directly into the back of the socket.
Yeah.
Your armoured sheathing is glanded onto that.
Oh yeah, I suppose, yeah, through the...
That's if it's
steel.
glanded one
Yeah.
end, like yeah. I mean, as in this side, if we made sure we did the armoured around,
yeah.
everything would be earthed anyway. But, let's have a go. You have your tea, I'll sit here and drink. I think this is. I had to buy a new one. So the one you saw, the video of the week where I went, oh, got a new bottle of water. It was the same make, but it was plastic. I had to de-ice the van the other morning, so I put it on top of my wheelie bin, which was icy, and it just slid off and it just exploded. So now I've got a metal one, and it comes with a lovely jacket to keep it warm. Right, time to drill it through. We've got 18mm spade bit. We're going to whack that through right in the corner. We're going to just cleat it up a little bit on these uprights because this isn't the thickest wood in the world. I've got some, let me find them. I've got some 2 little screws, 2 little washers. We'll mount the. So yeah, I've got some do.
I was about to say the
oh no.
put them on.
We'll mount the socket just just a bit above this here. I'll bring the armour cable in here, bring it up, gland it in the bottom. Adam's convinced me to do the earth fly lead in his hand on the socket. Essentials for the job. Right, what do we need? This is what we need. You can obviously use a hacksaw, a armour slice with a blade that I have not changed in over a year, 2 pairs of Knipex grips. We've got one of these piranha nuts which I can just, that goes on the inside. It's got a little screw on it that'll allow the lug from the fly lead just to sit onto nice and easy rather than banjos and all that sort of stuff. IP rated gland kit from a local wholesaler. This should be 20S for 4mm. So yeah, we'll drill that through and then I'll get Adam, but we can just sit the camera here while I'm terminating it and see how it goes. They hate when people stand over and watch it.
What did you say? You didn't say see how it goes, you said see how it goes.
I'm slow in words, I'm so cold. I'm minutes away from hypothermia.
You've been having a gin and tonic, haven't you? Look.
Yeah.
Shall we grab a gin and tonic?
Yeah, let's have one, mate. Let's get a warm one.
It's in this light as well, it's cool.
Yeah, that's a little battery power. Oh, it's solar powered on.
The solar
it's
thing.
Solar.
It's
hello, Jordan.
It's solar.
Or should we say Andrew?
Andrew's Andrew.
Andrew's Jordan.
What?
You should know this. No. Jordan's his middle name. His first name's Andrew. That's all. So we're being lazy about instead of getting a grinder or a big hacksaw. Big CK cutters.
Shall I spin it around first?
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna be smart.
Let's see if he's got the power of 1,000 one-year-olds. No, that's quite a lot of power actually.
1,000 one-year-olds. Yeah. Especially when they've had the Weetabix, which I haven't.
I have this one too. What? What?
Spinning it around works a treat.
You've never been able to do that. I suppose it's 4mm, that's right. Yeah, it's 4mm. 6mm, it's a different story. Fair play. Right, Ad's going to put this through to me. To make things easier for ourselves, got a hole here. Let me see if I can set you up so you... And there we go. Oh, I really wish I could see Adam. Adam, can you just defrost this window for me, please? Just here.
Oh, sure.
Oh, thanks, mate. A little bit higher. Brilliant. If you hold it on a little bit longer next time.
Oh, yeah.
That's fantastic. That's how it's done. Thanks, mate. I can see what we're doing now. Sorry, guys. That was Andy Cam, and that's why I love plumbing. If you don't know who Andy is, he's a lovely chap. Lovely chap. Right, Adam's put this through. What I'm going to do, I sort of know a rough measurement of what I'm going to do. I'm not going to screw the box to the wall yet, because what will be easier for ourselves, because there's not an actual exact measurement it needs to be, I can keep this attached. We've knocked out a bottom. We can cut off where we want. We put our gland in the bottom of here, which is there. Put that in. We would then measure off. Wow, everything's very cold. These are a bit of cheap glands, these are. What make of these? Robson products? Never heard of them. Obviously this will go in here. We will then measure off just below the thread where our arm is going to be. Obviously leave the slack. We can then make all this off and then sort of screw it into place afterwards, make life a little bit easier for glanding off. So, what we're going to do to start with, we'll get a rough measurement. If I can ever find a pencil. That's ideal, that is. Roughly here. Do a little pencil line on the wall. Bring this up. So roughly, we're bringing it out a bit. We want to armour slice to this pencil line, which will be there. So first of all, get your shroud, bung that on the end, push that down. You can see where it's marked around there. Take that off. There you go. I'll bang that on first, get it out of the way with. Same thing with our gland. Get it on, and I'm not going to forget to do it. Armour slice. Where's our pencil line? It's there. Round and round we go. Right, as I cut, always bring the knife away from you. Ugh. This is what the little bit is here. you've got the I've got the Nippos Ergo strip thingy somewhere, but I can't be asking about the van. It's on there. When we put this on here, and then we'll put our piranha nut. Make sure you got the ribbed bits downward facing, and I'll tighten that back up properly once we've got it fixed to the wall. But now we can bring this back up. A pair of grips still in here. Get that pleated. I think what I might do is just get the right size, because that's gonna just bend out funny. So if you look here where it comes out, I know it's because it's cold as well. Ideally I'd like to get it clipped to the side, but by doing that you're just gonna have a bend in, pinched in the middle and out. But I could just get one cleat here, hold it in place. So what I'll probably do is get the socket fixed back nice and level and square, and then we'll jump back and I'll sort of show you what we're doing on the inside. So that's on, that's up, that's cleated. What I'm going to do, I'll attach the fly lead onto the threads here with a little grubber, which is there. So that's on in there, doubled over this one. I'm not going to double these over because they're multi-strand 4-core. This earthing on the piranha nut will also earth the back box, so there's no need to earth on the lug because it's already earthed. Got some heat shrink. I always do black earth and grey neutral. We'll get these on and terminate that off. What we do, I'd love to say, I asked Boss ages ago and they did send me, because I did ask for one, a heat gun, which you've seen a lot of people have got. I think they're DeWalt ones, but I think a bit miscommunication, or they don't do it. They sent me a heat gun, but they sent me a corded one, but it wasn't just a corded one, it was a 110 version as well, so never mind. I know some people have been using, you can get from the Aldi or Lidl, like the Centre Island specials. They get like a little soldering torch, but it has a flame on it that does it. But let's get an old lighter out of the van. You don't want to keep the flame on it too long if you're using a lighter, because you'll end up charring it. You get some black marks on it, which obviously we don't want to see. If when anyone takes the socket front off and sees that there's black char marks on cables, it's never a good sign. But the little they know it was because we use a lighter to use heat shrink. Jobs are good. Right there on, they won't slide. We'll get the socket front on now, and we'll jump and do some other stuff. We don't, the customer we're working at, she's out at the moment. She said permission to film in the garden, no problem at all. But obviously we've got to connect and do everything up in the office space, which is on the side of the house. RCD board, when we did a quote, we just checked the socket that we could run an off. It's on a ring, it's on RCD protected side, so obviously when we test it we'll just add that onto the socket circuit, do the full test that we need to do. But I don't have permission. She probably would be fine with it, but I don't have permission to film inside, hence why I'm not going to be filming inside a little bit. So we'll do this. Once Adam drills through, I can sort of connect it up to the whisker box that's going to be on the side of the house, and that'll sort of be the end of the video. Right, that's our finished product. Put them in separate earthing terminals. Got it in, that's nice and strong on the wall, doesn't go anywhere. Nice bends in it. Put that back, job's a good one. So I'll get this on and then we'll have a go at the whisker box, and I'll let everyone know the winner of the Velocity tool bag that I was giving away the other week. Right, I've got to be super quick because it's that cold out here, the GoPro is not working properly and the battery is on 2%. So I'll get this done. What we're going to do, Marksman, it's a 4mm cable out of a fuse switch spur with a 13 amp in the back of it, off the ring. That's coming across, it's going to gland in. Right, I'll do the giveaway once we're sat in the van afterwards. I can plug a GoPro in, okay? Right, the job is drawing to an end. Adam's already eating all his lunch.
Yeah. To be fair, it's 12 o'clock, isn't it?
No way!
That's what I mean. I thought it was about 10:30, 11, did you?
Yeah, I said 10:30, 11, yeah, definitely. So sponsor of today's video is Traderfy, which is just in front of me on my iPad. I'm just gonna show you, this is today's job, but I'm trying to cover up the details. So what I'm gonna do with this is show you all, not quite show you, but show you what I'm doing. So now I can literally sit outside the customer's house, which is still directly in front of me. I'm going to send across my invoice with my certificate already attached, which is already done and dusted inside. This will then notify her. She then has the option to pay me straight away with bank details or everything on it. You can do card payments on it as well, so you can actually have, I think it's Stripe or something like that, I can't quite remember, where you can put card details in. Obviously they will take a percentage of your invoice for creating the transaction. I don't do it. They just back payment me. I've said to the lady, once you've clicked pay, can you click the little green button, say you've paid? It will then notify my software that I've been paid. I can just double check my bank account, cross-reference everything, and that's another one ticked off and done. Tradify has an offer on at the moment. I'll put it all below, but that's the link that I can put in there for you. This is just a very small percentage of the stuff it does do, and it's helped me a lot recently, because actually QuickBooks that I use with my Tradify software, QuickBooks actually messed up. So I've had to redo and go through all my invoices from April, so the new last tax year, and resend and go through everything and resend it all the way through back to QuickBooks for my accountant to see. But literally by clicking on Tradify on my computer, selecting all, send across the PDF format to my accountant, it was very simple and easy compared to what absolute nightmare it could have been. So I'll put the links below. Thank you very much, Tradify. So the winner of the tool bag giveaway, also as well, Adam did a really good job. There was a double socket inside the office. Adam managed to measure out and do it perfectly, where the fuse spur and the socket edge butt up next to each other, where he managed to drill it out. It was a clean wall before. He's multi-tooled it, drilled that out, and it looks brand new. It's just a shame the socket fronts don't quite match.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. So I'll put the picture up here. Wicked job. So the winner of the Velocity Tool Bag Rogue 2.0 bag is Simply Electrical Services. I'll put it up here now. I have just messaged you. We did a random generator last night on Google, and it came through. So I literally just put how many comments there were. It was 688 or whatever it was, and it came up with a number. So I just went down, scrolled through that. There's no other way I could think of doing it. So well done. Drop me your details on an email and I'll get that whizzed over to you. There's loads of other giveaways I'm going to be doing up with Velocity. There's a few Nipex things, and I'm going to send out some of my t-shirts as well, some merch, some surprises. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already, like the video for Adam's sake, just because it's Adam. Everyone loves Adam.
Thanks.
And Adam will be videoing some stuff next week, hopefully.
Hopefully.
No, you will be. And stick a GoPro to his head so it's never choice. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't. And I'll put Adam's channel below, so you can go and subscribe and get ready for that. And we'll see you on the next one.
You might see some Marylands on that channel.
Absolutely.
There's no dieting on that channel.
No. KFC's, McDonald's and Maryland's.
Yeah.
Right, catch you a bit. Take care now. Bye-bye then.
Bye.